Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black Channel here, Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report. And on a day like today, there's a few things that you want to look for. So first things first, we go after, let's see what the strength and weakness with the broader averages. So you're going to see a few things here. You're going to see SPY here, tight range on the daily. You see this? Then an outside bar, right? Triangles need to grow. Broadening formations need to get bigger. And you can see this. We go into the highs, and now we take out recent lows. So you have your broadening formation now. This still needs to grow and get bigger. Now, how's it going to do that? Because now here, if you go to the weekly, it was an outside week, right? And now we slightly took that down. The question is, you're going to expand that down, or you're going to come back through, right? Right now, you're bright red on the week, on the gap. So the question here on the daily, we're back to doji on the day, doing nothing. So you get to the middle of the range here on the SPY. 60 here. Now, we want to keep watching what's the next two. Do we take this back down and try and accelerate back down, or does this firm up? Because you're going to see a few things on a gap like today. There's three things you want to know about. You want to know about anybody taking out yesterday's highs. Why? Because anybody short anything that has something going into yesterday's highs, they're screwed. They got what they wanted, the market gap down. But if you have a stock that's going in and taking out yesterday's highs, shorts are screwed, right? Then on the gap down, we want to see who rallies back, right? Who rallies back for a potential outside day, right? Back into yesterday's range, because we know outside bars exist. And we'll get to that in just a second. The other thing you want to know about is things that are not rallying back when the market does. If it starts to roll over again, that's where you're going to go. So you're going to see the difference in the broader averages. You're going to see SPY doing this, doji nothingness. You're going to see QQQ bright green and trying to rally back. Right? Now, have a tall order to take this as an outside day, but we always want to be looking forward. So if we were to close here, and we got plenty of time, you'd be closer to taking out today's highs tomorrow. Right? Now, we got some time on that, like I said, but you're going to see the difference between the daily on the Qs and then the SPY. So here's our new 60. Now, what side of this thing do we take out? Do you try and take this out and try and come in some, bring it in some more, or do you hold firm? If you go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, you see the different story. Dow Jones Diamonds not having as much fun here and trying to take this 60 back to the downside here, right? So your weakness is here. You can see the bright red Dow Jones Diamonds, 2-2 daily reversal still holding. You'll also notice this on the weekly, potential outside bar on the week. That's something I'd want to know about, right? Because we know outside bars exist. So unless you have a reversal against you, which you do not, right? We're going to take this as an outside week. So you'll see all the difference there. If we go to when the stock's taking out yesterday's highs, I like to call it Gerardo, Rico Suave, Shockwave Medical. And you can see this bright red day. Boy, if you were short, you could have stayed short this until you go boom and take this out. All these guys screwed, right? You can see there was a nice 2 days too. Had hammer down, shooter, boom. These two became an outside bar of that. And now these two become an outside bar of all this. Now if you go down to a 15-minute, you're going to see this. Here. This little thing we call triangle layout. We wait for corrective activity, right? The two down, hammer, boom, right there. Still no lower low on the 15-minute ever since 149.62, trading 165. And even if, when I say I stay in the 30-60s, this is what we look for. The two up by taking out the previous high, two down by taking out the previous low, boom, and these two become an outside bar of that, and if you're lucky, keeps going and no lower lows. And so even if you're bought a little higher, 153.35, not bad. Like I said, trading up there around 165. If we go to Netflix, in Netflix, you're going to see this. We identified this, broadening formation. The question was that going to be able to grow or not? And so what you got out of that was, goes down. Now it's potential outside bar of this. And as I said, even if it doesn't make it today, if it closed here, it would be closer to taking out today's highs tomorrow. I always want to be looking forward, right? So we'll see though. We got plenty of day left. And Amazon, also potential outside day, right? Because it's back into the previous range here, right? Now we'll see, trying to rev strat on that 60 at 30 if they want to take that thing back down. Because you do have a lot of these things that are red in the week and red on the month. So these 60s could take it right back down. Like I said, there's a lot of day left in a lot of this stuff. Because you got stuff like, well, RNG, I think already did it. You see, this is what you look for. Coming back through previous range and getting an outside bar on the daily because we know those exist. If we go to plug on the gap list, plug does it. I was hoping to get it to you before it did, but there you go. Outside day for the plug. And so you'll notice it's red and 2 on the month, now going green on the week as it takes out yesterday's highs, right? So the thing about it, people say, well, Rob, what about time frame continuity? It's going into lows and it's red. Like, yeah, but you have a gap down in here. There's a good chance that anybody who wanted to dump plug has dumped the plug, right? That would be the last bastion of dumpage, right? Because they've been dumping the plug for a while. So that's the gap in reverse that you can look for. If we go to Jumia, J Miami, oh boy, and you can see this gaps down and then gives you the inside 30 here. And then you go sideways and give me measured move for the comeback. Then give me the outside day. You still got some room on that if they want to bring that all the way back. If you go to now, oh, missed it. Might have to do the report early sometimes to see if I can get these to you before they go outside day. Run, also outside day. And you can see this. That higher high here, boom, triangle the out. 2-2 reversal back down through previous range, 2 up, 2 down, and then the gap down. And so here is your broadening formation. Here, your lower lows and your higher high, and coming back through it to see if it can be an outside day of that for NOW. If you go to Roku, and Roku trying to be an outside day here as well. So we were kind of hoping this thing really puked because you had this higher high and then the 2-2 reversal yesterday, and then down here, we're going to see if you can take that out, but not weak enough to do that, right? So higher levels, back and forth, and you see this inside weak still, right? So that's where you can expect that back and forth. If we go to SQBG, another pattern we look for, something taken out yesterday's high, rev strat, inside day, poke down, boom. How far this thing's going to go, I don't know. Could set it up again. Here you go, inside, poke it down on the 30. Would be rev strat here, back up above 1590, right? So we'll see. You can see there your higher high and your lower low and back through the range. It hit short-term magnitude. When you come through here, you want to take this out because you're going to see this. You see the lower low and the higher high. There's your lower level broadening formation in this thing. If we go to PayPal, also potential outside day, and that's what you're looking for in this environment here. If we go to our BLX, there you go, taking out yesterday's highs, and that's a 3-2 reversal, and that's pretty nasty because he stopped out pretty much everybody on the long side yesterday, and then boom, right back at him. Nice little move there. You got an inside 30 was here. We'll see if that sets up again for you. All right, if we go to EVBG, I think that already did it too. Yep, outside day back through. If you go to new issue path, and path, already did the outside day over there. So what we can do is go triple D is above yesterday's highs. We'll see if that stays inside 60. Here, trying to go rev strat 60, pokes down a little bit. So for the next hour, over 22.15 looks good to me. I want to get out of that mother bar though, so we'll see how that goes. On the downside, you got Goldman Sachs right now going to the lows. Here's your 2 up yesterday and 2-2 on a Tuesday to the downside. Potential outside week, right? Countering the month as we go into exhaustion risk. We'll see if more comes of that. A lot of retail. You got Walmart. The 3 outside bar, the 2 up, and then boom, the 3-2-2 to take this out, right? And that. Now the question is going to be weak enough to get all this, but what also that does is take out last week's lows. That's good. So potential outside month here now for the Walmart. If we go to Home Depot, In Home Depot, we call this the pivot machine gun. All right, you can see these guys not coming off the lows very much and just walking up this after a monster run. Potential outside week here. All right, so the 2-2 reversal still good on the day. We'll see if that continues at all. Costco is having it rough too. Retail. Costco in the 3-2 day down yesterday. Had the intraday reversal. Goes up, goes 3, and now trying to continue here. Also potential an outside week to the downside. Right now, minding these 60s, things drying up just a tad. If we go to Triple M, because we knew the Dow was weaker, right? So if we go to Triple M, you see there's your 2-2 reversal daily back down on a Tuesday. And why that matters is that changes the continuity to red. Yesterday, green on the week. Now, red. When it hits that changes that. All right? So we'll see if anything more comes of that. If we go to Granger, inside on the 60 can be a little thin, but you do have your 2-2 on a Tuesday. 2 up, 2 down, boom. So we'll see how more comes of that. ABMD not doing much today, but still keeping an eye on this thing. Just because of this monthly working here, this 2 down month. If we go to Lowe's Corp, because you can always watch that with your Home Depot. There's your 2 up, 2 down, more retail problems. If you go to XLP not rallying back and going inside and down on the 60. And that's going to give you your Pepsis and Cokes and all that kind of fun. Pepsi, there's your 2-2 staying down. Coke, how you doing? There you go, 2 down, inside 60 down. Kellogg's, how you guys cereals doing? Kellogg's going outside day. How about Mondelez? There you go, 2-2 day down. So, like I said, watching all these things that don't rally back. More retail, you got Ulta. And Ulta, 2 up, 2 down, taking out last week's lows and going after last month's lows. And that's what you like to see. Now you can see if we can take out this 60 and get me a measured move of this thing here. If we go to Walgreens, there's your 2 up shooter and then back down, changing that back red on the week, having a rough one and going back towards the lows. Broader averages just kind of drying up and sitting here, as well they should when you have this kind of divergence with the major ones. If you go to Chubb, and Chubb here, and you'd see this, 3, outside bar, pokes up 2, these 2 become an outside bar of that outside bar. You see that? It tells you to look at Travelers. Boom. 2 up, 2 down. These 2 become an outside bar of all this. Also setting up the outside week Travelers, TRV. If you go to, what's going on here, QS. QS going to go outside day. All right, another one of those. If we go to Dollar Tree, more retail. Slight higher high out of the range and then 2-2 back through. Potential outside week setup, and if that works, you might get back and you take that month back down, right? 2 down on the month, back into an old 3. That's potentially big broadening formation in here. Boom, pivot machine gunner. That tells you look at DG. DG holding up a little better so far, but we'll see. You got more of these guys that stop out. If we go to Baxter, not rallying back, inside week to the downside, going after last month's lows here, 83.38. If we go to CarMax, not rallying back and staying on the lows, giving me outside monther here after the outside week and down 3-2er. If you go to just a couple more here, IBM in the Dow. Dow not doing so well. An inside 60 down here, giving me the inside week to the downside on IBM for the rest of the week. So a lot of these weekly setups I'll be talking about in the Strat Attack tonight. Strat Attack show is always on Tuesday, so 3 things when you have a gap like this, right? Make sure that you follow that. Things taking out yesterday's highs. Things going outside days. Things not rallying back when the market does. And that will keep you in the right spot. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith and Black channel here at Ticker Tiger Strat Time Report.